Hello friends, this is Durga from IT University. At this time, I am walking you through the onboarding process and I am emphasizing on the relevance of typing. Already, I have demonstrated how to use typing.com to take the tests as well as the lessons. In this video, I will focus on how to keep track of your progress. Before getting in there, let's recap how to use typing.com to take the typing tests and also practice using typing lessons. To take the test, you just have to go to typing.com, then go to students, click on typing test. There will be 1 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute test. I would highly recommend you to take 3 minute tests regularly. When it comes to lessons, you have to go to typing lessons and you can start taking the lessons. The lessons are divided into basic, intermediate, and advanced. You have to start from basic and graduate towards intermediate as well as advanced. That being said, to keep track of the progress, there are a couple of ways. One, using typing.com itself. Second one is using Excel. And I would highly recommend you to use both to keep track of your progress. Especially, it is very important for you to keep track using Excel or Google Sheet. I will get into those details once I walk you through about how to use typing.com to keep track of the progress. To keep track of the progress using typing.com, you have to first sign up. You can see there is sign up now here. If you go to student sign up, you can actually see you can sign up either by using username, password, or you can also use social authentication. You can leverage this social authentication. They will not be able to capture the passwords. Google will not share your passwords with them, or Microsoft will not share your passwords with them. You can safely use Google authentication. If you click on Google authentication, it will actually show you this page, and you have to enter the Gmail-based email ID as well as the Gmail password. And then it will actually set up the account for you as part of typing.com. Once the sign up is done, if you're on the home page, you can actually click on student login and you can take it further. Even from this page, you have login here. When you even sign up, it will automatically log in for the first time. But from the second time, you might have to go to typing.com, use student login here, and then click on this. And then you should be able to choose the email using which you set up the account. And you should be able to get inside typing.com. It will pop up the daily goal like this until you set. If you want, you can set. I would highly recommend you to set as well. Depending upon the first test results you share, we will provide you the details about the goal. You just set that goal. It can be anywhere between 10 minutes to or 5 minutes to 60 minutes. For most of the folks, I recommend 20 minutes, but I will give you a custom plan based upon your current status and you stick to that so that you improve your typing speed considerably so that your productivity goes up as an IT professional. That being said, you can set the goal. Let me set the goal for 20 minutes here. I can click on set goal. Now the goal will be set and it will actually remind you the time you are being spending here. So that you spend that much time on regular basis, on daily basis. Now you can see here the typing lessons are categorized into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. You can start with beginning if your typing speed is not very good. Then you have to go through all these lessons. It will make sure you are comfortable using all fingers for the typing without seeing the keyboard. And then towards each lesson, towards the end of each lesson, we have the assessment also. So you can take the assessment. It is 1 minute assessment and it will give you the WPM as well as accuracy or words per minute as well as accuracy. You can see here. And you can take this assessment multiple times as well. Now you can go to a beginner, complete the assessment, then you can graduate yourself to intermediate, then go to advanced. You have to make sure that you practice intermediate and advanced until you reach that 45 words per minute goal with 95% plus accuracy. So you can take these lessons multiple times so that you get enough practice to reach that goal. So this is one way of keeping track of your progress and using this tool effectively to improve your typing speed over a period of time. I am expecting each of you to be at 45 minutes, not 45 minutes, but 45 words per minute within 3 months so that you don't worry too much about typing further and you focus on actual skills that are required to be IT professional. Once again, I am emphasizing typing is very, very important. It will improve your productivity. It will instill confidence in you. Make sure you focus, even though it is a bit boring and you have to do this repetitively, but it is a one-time investment for your future. make sure you spend the time and get better at typing. That being said, as you have understood how to use typing.com itself to keep track of your progress, now let's see how to use Microsoft Excel or Google Sheet to keep track of your progress. And I would highly recommend you to use both. The reason why I want you to use either Google Sheet or Microsoft Excel is because you can save it as a CSV file, and you should be able to use Python to process the data, and also you can see the trends using the Python, and also you can actually see the trends and reports using Excel or Google Sheet as well. So when you want to use Excel, you can create a new Excel like this, and then you can enter the field names as date, WPM, and accuracy. Let me zoom in a bit here. I want to make this as bold. And then you can enter your date, words per minute, and accuracy. Let's say I want to enter today's date. I can say 2021-06. It's 15, so I can enter 15. So I can increment by 1. You can actually pre-populate this. You can select this cell, and then you can go to the corner, and then you can drag. Okay, let's say you want to pre-populate for 30 days. You can actually do it like this. You can see it is incremented automatically by 1. So you don't need to type. So you have to use these tools effectively as you go along, rather than typing too much and making mistakes. Now let me undo this. Once you enter the date, you can actually enter the words per minute and accuracy. I already have that information in Google Sheet. I'm copying this. What is the advantage of doing this? If you want to see the trend about your progress, you can select this data, then you can go to the insert here, and then you can actually expand this, and you can select one chart type or graph type, and it will actually show some report or dashboard. It is called as report, and you can actually see the trend. You can see the words per minute here, and then accuracy here. You can see that if you have to interpret this, you can see that when the speed is low, or words per minute is low, accuracy is high. You can see these patterns. So this is the advantage of using these graphs and understand the insights that are provided by these graphs. That being said, as most of you will be aiming to get into the data engineering type of jobs, it is very important to understand the relevance of having data like this in file, and then able to generate the reports as well. So this is one of the use cases which you can focus on to understand the relevance of data engineering, and also come up with the solution at a later point in time once you gain the skills related to Python. As part of the onboarding process, I will also give a demo how you can use Python. Don't worry too much if you do not understand the code which is being demoed. You need to gain skills to understand that. But just to make sure that you realize the power of Python to process the data like this and get insights, I will just create a demo. That being said, now either you can use Microsoft Excel to actually keep track of this. In this case, the file name is book2. Let's say I want to save it to some different name. I want to save it as typing speed tracker. For that, you have to go to file and then click on save as. Then it will pop up this window. You just have to give the file name and click on save. Make sure you give a relevant name. You can also use Google Sheets, which is completely free. If you do not have Microsoft Excel as part of your laptop, the way you can actually get to the Google Sheets is you can actually say sheets.google.com, and then you have to click on a blank, and it will open a sheet. You just enter the data, and if you want to save, you just have to click on this, type a name. It will give that name. You can save it to the Google Drive. If you want to save it locally, then you have to go to file, and then you have to say download, and you should be able to download in Excel or other formats also. So if you want to process data using Python, you can also convert to CSV using this approach. Even Excel support that. Let me actually open Excel here. If you want to save it as CSV, if you want to save the Excel as CSV, you can open the file. I have opened it. I might not be able to share at this time. Let me actually share once again. Now you should be able to see the Excel as well. If you want to use Excel to save as CSV, you can say file, then save as, then you can give the name here, choose the format, let's say CSV, and you can save the file as CSV. So whether it is Excel or Google Sheets, the features are almost same. You can leverage these and you should be able to convert to CSV and use Python to process the data. Also, if you wanted to see the graph using Google Sheets, you just have to click on this. After selecting the data, you have to select all the cells here. Then you can click on this. It will automatically create a line graph for you based on votes per minute and accuracy. On x-axis, you can see the date. On y-axis, you can see both votes per minute as well as accuracy. Same thing is the case with Excel. So this is how you should be able to keep track of your progress using Excel or Google Sheet, and also generate some simple reports out of it. We'll also see how to use Python to actually process this data.